This is now my third time trying to film this. I'm now losing my voice and I look terrible. There's bugs all over the window that are reflecting on my face, and I look annoyed because I've been cut off from phone calls that are completely unnecessary. I haven't slept in days because of the fireworks with my PTSD and 4th of July. It's just an unnecessary mess. Anyway, I feel like I don't know if I'm going to post the first video, definitely not the second because it got cut off halfway through, but here we go nonetheless. We'll try to do this one. And if this goes bad, we're just posting the first one. Because it kind of sort of could make sense, but not really. Anyway, so I feel like, you know how they say that there's like two sides to every story, and then there's the truth, basically. So there's three sides to every story: his, hers, the truth, whatever you want to say. I think a lot of people with PTSD, it's not like that, because their side kind of is the truth. I feel like that a lot of times with myself, and I feel like that's why PTSD is really something that helps me. Not PTSD, I feel like YouTube is something that helps my PTSD, because I feel like for me, my life, the things I think about, the flashbacks, the things I see are so ugly, and they're so vile, and they're so just, the flashbacks and nightmares, that it's just like always awful and just traumatic and just hard to deal with. And I feel like when you see such vivid, hard to deal with stuff all of the time, it really desensitizes you, and it makes you really blurt out things and say things in a very crass way sometimes. And I've learned to tone that down because I care about what people think, and I value people, and I don't want to ever make people uncomfortable. But I also want to be honest, and I want people to know what I'm going through and what's on my mind. And I think that to live when you're seeing the worst moment of your life play over and over and over again, in my situation, that's what happens to me. I need to be able to be very black and white. I need to be able to be honest. If I had something bad go through the day, so my PTSD starts getting worse, I need to tell that person and tell everyone around me who's involved in my life, or who's going to be there even just for a little while, a prolonged amount of time, what's going on, because that way I can guarantee things will be okay. So otherwise, I'm not going to have an okay day. I might make their day not okay. That's not right. So I have to be very open if my PTSD is at all off. And in general, I want to be open, because even if it's not off at all, it's a great day. If something happens, like a loud firework, for example, and it gets thrown off, then at least people knew what happened through the day and could know kind of things that maybe I'd be thinking about or what were on my mind, just in case it goes south. They know. And I'm not this uncontrollable, crazy person. People with PTSD aren't. And people with mental disorders or mental health problems aren't crazy. It's just knowing somebody and being truthful. So I feel like that's why YouTube helps me so much, because a lot of times when people go on YouTube, they get overwhelmed because they tell stories that aren't fully true, and they have to remember and get all over the place. And for me, it's my therapy. And I come on here and I talk, and it's the truth, and so it's easy to just know and talk. That said, I have a hard time talking when I don't necessarily feel it's for the greater good or that it'll help. I don't want to do something that's just for me or selfish. I also don't ever want to do something that I feel... Okay, so to back up a little bit. In this situation, so basically I feel like, because I know I would not portray myself as perfect in this situation, I'm going to dog myself in the situation I'm talking about. I'm going to belittle myself in many ways. I feel like I know people will know me. The people who know me will know that I'm being 100% honest. The people who watch me will know that, but most of them. But I know that some people will have that view of like half of the story is this person, half is that. And that's what I don't like, is because I know that in certain situations, the black and white ones, like this situation is it's a very simple situation, it's a very little situation. I feel like it's one of those things that it's very hard to want to post about, because when you say things in that kind of way, you're very black and white. And I know I'm going to say all the things that I did in this situation that were shitty and wrong and junky. And when you're going to trash yourself too and put yourself out to hang yourself out to dry, basically, you don't want other people to sit there and be like, oh, well, that's her side. I bet it's worse, because it's not. And I don't get it. It's like, I'm telling the truth. I don't know. It's like, I don't know what to say. So I don't know if I should even talk about it or not. So basically, there was a situation that came up, and it was in my area with everything going on lately. The police have been wonderful to me. They've been very helpful. They've worked on my case for almost 2 years now. I have to testify, God knows when, with it's passed from COVID, with everything going on. But a very random thing happened with a police officer, and it was really upsetting. It shook me up to my core. It made me so upset. It was a guy I've never dealt with before ever in my life. It just rattled me, and I am still very upset about it. And on top of it, it was on the 4th of July, the most vulnerable time for me ever because of the fireworks, my PTSD. And I was actually going to specifically talk to the police because I felt so rattled and insecure with all of the noises. I was going to specifically go and ask to sit and stay there until like the fireworks were over. That I was just not okay. And I felt, I don't know, I felt very not, I don't know exactly how to word it. I didn't feel that I was necessarily being mistreated in the situation, but I felt like I was being mistreated, but I feel like it was completely disrespectful, and it was a disgustingly handled situation, period, no matter who it was towards, for the position of power the person is in, and for anybody, but especially that. And I want to talk about it, but at the same time, these people help me endlessly. This person specifically, maybe he's done work behind the scenes, but not that I've seen it all. Like, not with me, and not that I've, like, seen just in the stuff they've shown me. That doesn't mean anything. There could be a lot of stuff he's done about my case that I don't know about, but I haven't seen it, at least. So I don't know, and I don't want to speak to things that I really don't know. I don't want to discredit somebody who could have deserved credit. And I don't know. I'm sure he does things that are wonderful, but it wasn't a good situation. Like, it really upset me, and I still feel very upset about it. I feel just, like I said, I was already tired. I was already upset. I was trying to be responsible and do something right, and I got scolded for doing something right. And like I said, I didn't get a ticket. I didn't get pulled over. It was nothing like that at all. It was literally just something he said, and it was just very upsetting. And it's silly and trivial the most, I'm sure, but to me, during the fireworks at night alone, it was scary, and I was upset. And so I feel like it's, like I said, I feel like if I could be heard, and also, in one way, I feel like I'm afraid that because I know I'm going to dog myself. I know I'm going to be blunt. I know I'm going to say all the things that I did that were silly in this situation. And I think I'm going to make myself look stupid and like I'm making a big deal about this, and I'm sensitive to it, when normally I'm not a very sensitive person to this kind of stuff. But on the other hand, I think that I'm going to, waste your guys' time, and I don't want to do either of those things. So if you guys would like to hear this and would like to hear what happened, let me know. I also have another story that's very interesting involving the police. Again, didn't get a ticket, didn't have anything like that happen. It was a whirlwind story of, again, how they mistreated me this year. And again, he had no ticket, walked away with nothing. They were really nice people, 3 of them actually. 1 I didn't really talk to, but 2 were really nice. But again, what they did and why was just the reasoning was crazy, out of this world. It was bonkers. So that's a crazy story, I'll tell you either way. But it's funny, like, I could laugh it off. In the story, what they did, the things they made me go through, the amount of time we were there. Like, I was by this person, the one I'm upset about, for seconds. The other story, I was there for close to an hour, and I was like, okay at the end. With this, I'm shooken up hours later. So it's one of those things, like, I know I can talk to you guys, and I know I can be there, but it seems like it's something that's just so trivial. But it's not to my heart. And I just don't know if a whole video being dedicated to it is worth it. So if you guys could let me know, I'm going to put a poll up somewhere in my profile, either tonight or in the morning. Look for that, please. And it'll be about whether you'd like to see either just the story about specifically what happened with this one incident, with this one situation that upset me the most, or if you would like to see this one and the kind of funnier one that it started off terrible, it was terrible, but it ended lighter than this, or if you'd like it to be like a bunch of little stories all together, or if you want me to skip out altogether right now and do something else and get back to it, or maybe not. That way you can let me know what you're thinking. I'll probably post the poll sooner than later, knowing me, because I'm impatient, but I really do love you guys, and thank you for listening to my drama. I'm normally not dramatic at all. I just talk to you guys, and it was just a really long few days. I don't know. It's really crazy to have a summer without my best friend. I've really been missing him. It's like shocking. And then I don't know, to just have the world be the way it is really hard sometimes. And a lot of just sad things have been happening lately, a lot of loss emotionally, and I'm just lucky to have you guys. I'm lucky to have my kids and my animals and my work. So I love you guys. Let me know what you think. I haven't slept in days, so I need to just chill out and get some sleep when I can. I hope you guys can too. But I love you guys. Please let me know truly what you want, and not just for me and what you think I need. I love you guys.